But I would have looked on it and thought to myself, now, that's where you could put
pressure on.
Because those are games where they could even drop a point again.
Definitely.
But not buying. And then when you see this week now, Havertz out for the rest of the season. Wow. I saw the PR. I called it PR from Arsenal where they're posting pictures of Saka. He ain't coming back until the end of April. Right?
So you think that March thing that they're saying?
He ain't coming back.
Sure
Listen, if he ain't coming back in March, if man had surgery on a hamstring, that's 4 to 6 months out.
Saka's solid though.
4 to 6
made a difference.
Imagine him wheeling him out early.
We had a
don't do Spurs. Don't wheel him out early.
We had a doctor. We had a doctor on AFTV who's this doctor actually did the medical for Mikel Arteta. He's like a proper doctor in football and that. He said, Robbie, when you get those injuries, it's 4 to 6 months. It's not one of these things where you can rush back because you've had surgery.
Yeah.
So he actually said, he goes, first thing is then you got to get a bit of recuperation. You get into the gym to build back that muscle.
Yep.
So that's what he's doing now. That doesn't mean he's not on the pitch yet. He's not running. I don't expect to see Saka until at least the end of April. And then we just left it. I mean, somebody at Arsenal has got a serious, even Tottenham bought players. You know, you lot have been slagging your owners and stuff like that, quite rightly so. But even you went in the January transfer window, you bought a goalkeeper, you bought a striker who scored the other night, and you bought
centre-back.
A centre-back, right? Yeah. So you've addressed some issues. We bought nobody. We knew, even before the window started, we know Saka's out. Then
Jesus.
A week and a bit into the window, Jesus is out. That's 2 of your goal scripts, right? So then you know you've got to do something about it. The manager was saying all through, we're short. And then we get nobody. Then as soon as that window closes, when everybody's like in disbelief, I remember on the day of the transfer window, everyone's just looking in disbelief. Like, these are
Something
intelligent.
must be coming.
Surely these are intelligent people.
They're all just locking into 11 p.m.
Must be about
Something,
to
no,
sign
don't worry.
No,
Something's on its way.
I'm talking about.
If you was watching Transfer Daily, there was someone coming every day.
I'm talking about. Was you watching?
I was watching.
I'm pulling that face he was pulling a minute ago.
I'm talking about when the window closed,
Lovely
right?
bit of transfer.
We're just sitting around in disbelief and like, how did we not sign anybody? Nobody. No loan, no nothing.
Right fit.
It's
Has
rubbish.
to be the
You know,
right fit.
Can't get the right
process.
fit.
You know, you've got
Meticulous.
to be fitting into the
Listen.
squad. You don't want to
Yeah,
destabilise
but
what you're building.
But there's a thing called desperation.
Careful.
There's a thing called desperate.
Which
yeah?
leads to mistakes, Robbie.
Yeah, but we're desperate.
You're not desperate.
No, we are desperate.
No,
Because-
you're not. You're in
So
a good
so hold
position.
on. So at the moment, you
just
see
fine.
now what?
Now
so
you're desperate.
exactly. So soon as that window closed, Martinelli's out for 5 weeks. Havertz is out for the rest of the season. That's why we were desperate.
Yeah, but
in those just before I let you in, right? In those cases, you go. Why did we go and say? I'm not saying it's perfect, but there were certain loans like an Asensio that went to Villa. We could have went and done that.
I agree.
Is somebody better than nothing?
Listen,
who's
What have you
gonna?
done for you now, though? You can't play him up front.
Do you know what it is?
Another half ace like he would. It could have been.
Do you know what it is?
Asensio.
No, but we could have got him. So I'm saying, who's going to play now? Right? You got Ethan Wadneri, 17-year-old, Sterling.
Has played as a false 9 before.
Yeah, and Trossard.
They're all. Can you
And
say this?
Trossard. But so suppose that's all we got, right? Suppose that ain't working, then what?
Well, you can try and play Calafiori up front.
No.
The thing is, they've actually got seven attackers
That's
for
ridiculous.
3 positions.
got
Normally, that's okay.
100%.
7 attackers for 3 positions.
It's very unlucky.
It's the quality in there.
Yeah.
The Raheem Sterlings, the Kai Havertzes of the world that are not playing to
It's
the
not
level.
even just. It's not even just quality. It's numbers.
It's height.
I don't think it's
You got
numbers
nobody.
because no, you don't have anyone because you got 4 injuries. If you took away 4 of Liverpool's best attackers,
we'd be
they'd be
stuffed.
finished.
No, no,
If you but so what I'm saying
But the
is,
difference is, Matisse, right? Is
Yeah.
that we knew about 2 of them during the window, right? So you got 2 during the window. You
yeah, but
already
it's
got.
a budgeting thing. Maybe like the wages.
They
and-
got money,
You
man.
sure they got the money?
They've got the money. Look, they put £40 million down on the table for Ollie Watkins.
But that was a fake
Right.
bid. That was a fake pump.
That was 60.
They've got
60,
money.
well, I don't know
Listen,
what it was,
Arsenal,
60, then it was 40.
Arsenal have got a lot of money to spend, even in January. They even said, "Yeah, maybe we get Lee Judges. Look, you can see him on them." And he said to,
Judge.
and
Let him turn.
he said to me, "You ain't coming because he's got a cup final to play for his team, Waltham Abbey." You know what I mean? Because that game was where they got to the final.
Go on, Lee.
But
A bit of power league tonight.
you're right, Matisse, but they knew during the window 2 of them are down. So you've
least
got
a
to
loan
go
or
and do
something.
a loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. you're
Could have had Chidu Obi Martin.
A good
That would have
question.
been a good chance for him to.
Or was it
get
Well, actually-
Aiden Heaven or, you know.
actually, I think Cheeto, right? I have to say, right?
Shame
Not
on
so
yet.
many goals.
Cheeto, now you've got to look on it and say to yourself, the error you've made.
Yeah.
As you said, because now you'd be playing, but you went for.
But
a
should he
little
not be
bit-
playing for Man United? They don't have a good striker.
Exactly. We want to get him in as well.
No,
instead of
but
taking time to have a look
despite
at him.
Man United
Says he
can't.
loves the club, mate.
But he's an Arsenal academy
No, but
player.
I'm just saying.
He should have been
Flex.
playing for them.
Because Man United can't possibly believe in him yet because they even played Mainu as a striker
saying. So
ahead
he's
of
not
him.
ready.
been in the first team.
So if he's not ready
You
for
know?
them, how can he be ready for you?
Well, I don't know. It could have been.
Oh,
it
he
could.
for 1 year
No,
he
but I'm
was.
saying it could have been that it was.
He's in the same
Miles-
team.
Miles
I know, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is,
All them, man.
he
I
should
don't
be
think
starting
so,
for Man
though.
United.
Mashing up the under 18s.
It's
Like,
Yeah.
At Dire Straits now, you would have got a look.
like,
be
Yeah,
playing for you.
and but what I'm saying is, to me, I think that looks. I think even on him because he obviously left for the. He's gone for the money.
No,
Whereas
he
you
got
could.
offered
He's gone for
more money
opportunities.
from different clubs.
He's gone for opportunities.
I've seen Arsenal fans do this. He left us for the money. No,
Do you want me to give you?
there was other options
I can
on the
tell-
table for him.
I can
for
tell
more
you.
money.
I can tell you off air.
He just didn't want to stay with you.
That's not true.
All I'm going to say
But
is
anyway,
it's a real shame
okay,
when you have to rely on 18-year-olds during your season, isn't
17.
it? 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds. Can't think of another club that's had 13 injuries and has gone
And
to
when you
shit.
do, you
Can't
should be
imagine
in
that.
relegation battles.
Can't imagine that. But now
Yeah.
we can
That's
use
true.
injuries as
That's
excuses.
true.
Now
I-
we can because it's a bad
Are you saying that
Arsenal.
No, but
you are where
hold
you
on.
should be then in the league? Yeah.
Yeah, we're second in the league without injuries.
So,
And-
so
and-
you
and I-
should be. You should be in
I-
your
I was-
Spurs
position.
have had these injuries for
I was-
2.5 months.
Yeah, so have
and
Arsenal.
You've sat
Fine,
there,
so you should be in your
sat-
position,
You've
yeah?
sat there and you've said.
Not
you've
No,
sat-
no,
you've
no,
sat there
no,
and you've
no,
said
no, no.
multiple
Not 11,
times,
not 12.
you can't
She should be
use
where
it-
she
you
is.
can't
Okay.
use the injuries as an excuse
So there's
all
no
the time.
problem.
No, I've
Blah,
not
blah,
said
blah,
that.
blah, blah.
For,
complain about?
for starters, that's not
Blah,
true
blah,
because
blah,
many a times I've said to you, right?
What's their excuse for being
Hold up.
for being in the relegation zone?
No,
There is no
Can I-
excuse.
can I-
They're
can I-
shit.
can I-
There's no excuse.
Correct.
No excuse.
Haven't made any, yeah?
17-year-olds,
I mean, our injuries,
18-year-olds,
like I said, we also won a cup,
19-year-olds. But
so-
now,
Listen,
different narrative.
with Arsenal, it's not a different narrative.
They are second.
With Arsenal, they're second in the league and they
haven't had any
finished
injuries
third
we have.
in their Champions League with those injuries. But what I'm saying is,
Haven't played game.
How many injuries did
it's
we have
the
when you
missed
mocked us
opportunity of
for
not
the
doing
football?
nothing in that transfer
40
window. It's
Massive.
You
had to do
ridiculous.
something.
Huge
You had to do
opportunity.
something.
You've basically tried. What the question was?
Crazy.
Does Arsenal think we've got enough to win the league here? That's what they're saying by not buying anybody.
And everybody
Yeah.
knows we don't.
It's madness.
Well, they didn't have
Don't
that
get it.
It's
enough
their
in
own
the
fault.
summer.
They've got nobody to
Yeah.
blame.
Yeah,
but-
They
nobody
didn't have enough
to.
in the
Of
summer.
course, injuries
They
are-
didn't
They
have
let the
enough.
fans down, man.
And again, I will.
And you have been unlucky with them getting big
And Liverpool
injuries.
are lucky
But-
for them to have them. Like we've had a dip, lad, but we are so lucky that they've got them injuries.
Well,
I don't want to wish harm on
Just
anybody.
make sure
but
that you
lucky.
lot don't keep dipping.
Believe me, I want it more than
Yeah.
anybody else on this
Keep
table.
dipping.
Yeah, I want to win the
Back in
league.
other
This
teams again.
needs
look
to
at
be
that.
the beginning of the
Oh, but
capitulation
you
of
weren't
Liverpool.
Back in
supporting,
other teams
you weren't
again.
supporting Everton
It's not
last
gonna
night.
be.
no?
I wasn't supporting Everton. I was
That's the
enjoying the
whole-
game.
I want
Okay.
Arsenal to win the league, lads.
Didn't want
No,
Liverpool.
listen, hold on,
Robbie,
hold on.
Robbie
Rubbish.
Lyle.
Manchester United,
Rubbish.
Liverpool.
Lyle.
Wait, I was not supporting
Liars.
Everton.